Hey,
Guess what, fellas? We are live.
We live. We live,
right
Listen,
now. Yeah.
we got a lot of guests in this motherfucker tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's a special occasion. We're celebrating the Super Bowl that just happened of this roll racing shit. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, on the hands of 702, them young boys, man, did their thing. TNE helped. They did their thing, man. And first and foremost, we appreciate y'all for putting up a crazy ass event, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all 1000% for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, it doesn't happen unless you guys come out. It's only an event when everybody from out of state pulls up. Makes it go crazy.
Yo, so let me ask you this, Adrian. What inspired y'all to want to do something like this? I've been wondering this for a while.
Man, so pretty much we had a little private meet with Cali like 4 years ago, in like the early months, like probably like a February or something like that, February event. And they came out and they whooped our ass bad. Like they pretty much showed us there was levels to this. So it kind of just inspired us to like go hard. We got a bomb ass street. We got a really good location. So it's like we had a lot of time to practice and just get better and start spending more money on the bikes.
Word. The only thing before we get into it, I quit to go top to bottom, but Adrian and Kenneth, everybody knows who Will is because everybody knows who Will is. But Adrian, start with you, and then Kenneth. Hey, tell us a little bit about yourselves first. What bikes you ride, all of that.
So I started off on a CBR 1000, 2006. I made like 152 horsepower, and that was what I was running against SR. And Trent, otherwise known as Rion, he had a 600, a Gixxer 600, right? SXR 600, and he whooped my ass on that. Like, he got me pretty bad. I was on my 1000, he's on his built 600. And from there, after that event, I sold the bike, and I went and bought an S1000, a K46, 2016. And threw an arm on it. I already came with the Brox exhaust, threw an arm on it. SLR tune, and that thing was eating. Took that around the country, probably like to Texas, California a couple times, and then my last trip to Dallas, it just kind of gave out on me. So I already had the K67 too, so I sold the K46, and then I started going in on the K67.
Okay.
And then unfortunately, this past year, like a couple months ago, I wrecked it and it burned down. So I'm in the process.
Yeah, you were telling me about that you're in the process of rebuilding that.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back hard for sure.
Hey, you want to sell the motor? No, I'm just kidding.
Man, the motor burnt. The head, everything, all the aluminum, everything melted.
Oh man, you pulling max risks out here, ain't it?
Yeah, it got bad. It had a full tank of gas. That thing burned to the ground.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yep.
What about you, Envy?
I'll be back.
Sure. Envy, what about you, man?
Mine didn't burn down like that, but nah, I go by Envy King online. I've been into bikes since 2013 is when I got my first one, which is not that long ago actually. But I came over from drag racing. Kyle, you probably know this more than anybody. I got a 2017 Booster that I've been drag racing, and then I got into roll racing. What was that? 2016, 2017. But didn't really start taking it serious until 2021 when I got the Grinch and put an arm on it. So, but even then, like my bikes is obviously the Grinch, the ZX10, and I got a 16 H2, a 21 H2, a 17 Booster, and a 21 Booster. So I got quite a few bikes, but the Grinch is my main road race bike. So anybody that was at the event know about that bike, or they probably followed the bill on YouTube, because back in the days I used to put everything on YouTube that I did. So
Well, it must be nice to have that many bikes. And you know what, Will?
I mean, look who's talking. Look who's talking.
Must be nice. And Will,
put a car in your garage.
Hey, Will, man, just tell us a little bit about your bullying, man. Go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead. Tell us a little bit about yourself, just cause.
Just cause. Let's see. A lot of guys know me as Will Samedi. I own a 2018 Gixxer 1000 stock motor, the white bike, and then I own a 2017.
Carbureted Jigsaw.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, man. I got a Gixxer that's pretty stealth. Built motor, obviously by we pretty much. I don't want to say.
He don't want to disclose shit.
I don't disclose much, but the bike it's a big motorbike.
Yeah. Got you, bro.
Nowadays, like I'm thinking 2x4 is a big motor, a 3x6 is a big motor. So like, it's a guessing game for everybody, But it runs pretty well for what it is. Me being a heavier guy, I'm pretty confident that it's, I'm capable of like I can face anybody.
You'll fuck everybody up. Just say it, Will. You ain't gotta be that.
I mean, hey, listen,
Fuck people up. Right.
I'm not that guy until I prove to you that who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll sit back and let you, think what you think, and then, when it's race day, it's race day. At that point we go at it. You know what I mean?
Listen,
so, like,
Will, I saw a different. So when Will came back, right, from racing in the finals for jockeying Envy's bike, right, and he felt like some shit was fishy with that Jigsaw, the conviction in Will's voice when he was fucking talking, bro. I swear I saw foam come out of this man's mouth. It was not happening, bro.
Listen, I was trying to catch a breather. I'm from Florida, so like, being on the West Coast, like shit, you take 5 steps, you're tired. You gotta take a breather.
100%.
So here I am trying to get my word over some people that's trying to freaking overtake me. I'm like, dude, like, listen. I'm like, it ain't going down that easy. I'm not letting that shit fly. You feel me? So like I'm listen, I used to drag race, so I deal with people that like, that goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Just because I don't do it, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean in the road racing game, just because I don't do it, it doesn't mean I don't know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? I can throw it back just as long, as much as I can take it. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things like I was like, hold up, something ain't right. You know what I mean? And then like now at the end of the day, could I have, I could have processed it a little bit different, but like I was like, dude, like if you're gonna continue to lie about it, then I'm just gonna keep pressing it. You know what I'm saying? Like what I know and what I'm telling you is the truth. I'm not lying about what I'm saying. You feel me? So like, and at this point it's just like, I think it's one of those things that if you truly believe, if you keep telling yourself a lie, you're gonna eventually believe that it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? But you can't, dude. I've been in the game with these bikes. I've been in the game for so long that I've seen every combination that you can do, and I've done so many different combinations. So like, you coming at me with some nonsense, I'm gonna be like, nah, bro. It ain't going down like that. You feel me? So.
Yeah.
Yo, Adrian, let me ask you guys this, right? So when that whole situation went down, how did you guys come to the conclusion of how y'all were going to handle that?
So the way that I basically judged it was saying that they picked the best parts from different generations, different years. Even though it says 2017 through 2023, you can buy different year cranks, different year heads, So we kind of just said that he kind of Frankensteined it to be a stock motor with OEM parts, but the best performing OEM parts, which isn't fair to true stock motors like Canis that came with it from factory,
Yeah, unopened.
And our only stipulation was having us, like, we're gonna pull the airbox off and check the heads, and I'm no Suzuki professional like Samedi here, so I have no idea about the copper head gaskets. They could have snuck that by me. Honestly, I have no idea, but.
And you know what's funny about that situation? I was there filming, right? At first it was the head gasket. The next thing you know, bruh's like, yeah, we changed Rami, I think his name is, and then he started talking about cranks and fucking pistons, and I was like, what the fuck?
He should have just kept his mouth shut at that point.
I was like
he gave up too much information.
Yeah, that just didn't sit well. That just didn't sit well with me.
So like, hey, listen. So once I seen the copper on the head gasket,
It was
and
a
I was
done
like,
deal
bro,
for you.
I was like, bro, that's it. And then like at this point, it's not even about me losing because I can care less. It's not my bike, so I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care that much. But the fact that you guys are gonna sit here and lie about it, I'm like, bro, like listen, that motor's been out of the bike, the head's been off the bike. In order for you to have copper on the head gasket, that means that head has been off the bike. There's no way in hell that you're gonna take a motor apart, completely apart, and put it back together just to make the same horsepower that you made before. Because I know I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now I've had this argument, Will. I've had this argument. Some people do that.
I know
Some
I
people
would.
are not racers.
Listen, like if you're racing in a class to where like you can only have freaking 999 cc, I get that. If you're racing in a class where you can't have a ported head, I get that. You're racing in a class where you can't have a thin head gasket, I get that. You know what I'm saying? But in all reality, if I had my motor, if I had a stock motor and I had it all taken apart because something happened, like I spun a bearing or something. So you think I'm gonna go to Suzuki and say, yeah, let me get this, let me get that, let me get that? No, I'm putting a thin head gasket on there. If I wanna keep it like kind of semi-stock, I'm raising the compression on it a little bit, just to try to get a little bit more than what I had before. Nobody put a motor back together. 99% of the people that out there will not put a motor back together.
Okay.
I guess Rami is like the 1%. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, listen, Will, you got to remember. So they said we can measure the head gasket, but they never talked about decking the head. I think a lot of people don't remember or think that you can raise compression by decking the head and still run a stock head gasket. You know?
Yes.
And there's no way for us to check that out in where we're in Mexico where we're at.
Correct.
So they knew that, so they can put a stock one on there and go with a thinner head gasket.
Yeah.
Because they're changing the squish in the motor, which means it's gonna make more power, right?
Yeah.
So it's different things. You can buy all OEM parts. I don't have a problem with it being from different years if the dealership put it back together. You could take it to the dealer and they'll do a warranty claim on it for you. Your stock motor, then if they say, yeah, your motor's good, your stock motor. But when you put it together in your garage, you're not going to put it back to OEM specs. You're not going to put the ring gaps at the same. You're going to probably deck your head. You're going to change your squish so you can make more power. And if you don't change the cam timing, which for most of them, I don't know about on Cowies, but on the Suzuki's, I don't know how they adjust the timing, if they have adjustable from the factory or not. But most of them, you can't. You can?
You can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
So it's a bunch of different things you can do to get more power out of a stock motor. So once that whole it came apart and here's a list of all the parts that I did, no, bro, that's it. Yeah, like we're done.
I no longer trust you. That's what I told him. I was like, bro, I get what you're saying. I was like, and I was trying to be civilized. I said, bro, I get what you're saying, but seeing the copper on the head gasket, now I no longer trust you. You know what I'm saying? You tell me whatever you have, because on those bikes you can cut 15 to 20 off the head, and you will not know. Yes. So with that being said, like you can use a stock head gasket, but you don't shave the head off. So you know what I'm saying? So like now you have you have valves, the piston close. So like now you're raising the compression on the motor. You know what I'm saying? So like now it's no longer factory specs.
Piston valve clearance is all different. Everything's different.
So you can tell me what you want, but seeing that the head has been off the bike, and that's what I was trying to explain to him. He kept saying, "Oh, stock." I'm like, bro, I get what you're saying, but you're not convincing me because like the head has been off the bike, the motor has been out of the bike, and it's been tampered with. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm not being, and they was like, "Oh, well, it's because you lost." No, okay, I get that I lost. Yeah, that's fine. But there's 3 other guys or 4 other guys that you ran. They were just too scared to open their mouth, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like those guys that you beat, they want to say something, but they were so too scared. I'm like, dude, I've had every when I tell you I've had every combo that you could think of with these freaking 17 and up Gibson 1000. I've tried it all, bro. So like, you know, that stuff it won't fly by. Not by me.
That's funny what Super said, right? I was actually thinking that too. I was like, what are the odds that Rami tries to, if he was legitimately cheating, cheat the guy that's had 30 different combinations from stock?
100%, yo. 100%. That was like meant to be, bro. It was meant to be that them boys got caught because out of all people, Envy picked Samedi to jockey his bike.
Hey, what's crazy is this, right? Listen, I went up to Vegas not knowing that I was gonna ride that bike or the H2. So like, it wasn't until the day of the race that he was like, "Yo, you want to ride my bike?" I'm like, "Sure, I don't care. I mean, whatever." You know what I'm saying? So like, I was gonna put my bike in the NA class and the run with you wrong. So I sat out the run with you wrong to run the H2 in it. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with that being said, like, it's not like I planned it. It wasn't planned. I didn't know who I was gonna draw. I didn't know who I was gonna get. It's you know, it's like basically they were saying, "Oh, we only ran 3 times in the stock class." I'm like, bro, we had a bye in the semi. It's not our fault. We drew a bye. We didn't. It wasn't planned. It's not like Justin was like, "Yo, here's a bye." No, it didn't work like that. We all stuck our hand in the bucket and grabbed what you grabbed. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? So
well, the thing was about that. Mark had already had a bye too, so he couldn't get a double bye.
He couldn't get it.
Correct.
I pulled the bye.
Yeah. If they've been in this game for long enough, you'll know that you cannot get a double bye. If you had a bye at the beginning of the race, you're not gonna get a bye somewhere in the middle. It just doesn't. It just goes to the next guy. You know what I'm saying? You can't get a bye twice. You know, but they were like, "Oh, he only ran like 3 times. We ran 6 times." I'm like, I don't know how you figured that out, but we had a bye towards the end. You know what I'm saying? So we worked for what we had, and like towards the end, like I said, we felt like we got cheated because we felt like something was up with that motor, and I felt like, and it was. There is something up with that motor. I'm gonna stick to it because he cannot prove me wrong. That head gasket was taken off that bike. So with that being said, if he's gonna sit back and like, "Yo, stock, you're gonna claim stock," but did you remove the head off the bike? Yes, you did. So in that case, that bike should not have been in that class. It should not. You should have stepped that one out, bro. That's, you know, it's point and simple. If you didn't want the embarrassment of like being like, you know, put on front, you know, on Front Street, bro. Now I get it. He didn't expect to run into me towards the end because the other 3 guys that they beat came over to me. They're like, "Yo, thanks for saying something," because like we knew something was up with that bike. We just couldn't prove it. I'm like, he's like, and I was like, bro, listen, it's, you know, I don't have a dog in this fight, but like that shit's not gonna fly by me. You know, it just doesn't. It's like, even if I didn't race, like look at Justin. You know, not to put him out there, but like Justin came over. He's like, "Oh, he's like, there's copper on the head gasket. Yeah, that bike is out." Just like that. Like literally, because he knows his stuff, bro. He walked over. He's like, "Yo, there's copper on the head gasket." So that means that motor's been out. The head's been off the bike. Even if that motor was out of the bike, if the motor was like not taken apart, you could take the motor out of the bike, put it back in the frame. I don't care what you did, you know. But once you take it apart, I don't trust you no more. I no longer trust you. So it's no longer a stock motor because why? Because you remove the head gasket. You know.
So that's that whole situation. Like soon as I saw when they started calling the stock 1000s up. When I saw Raman's bike go past, the first thing I did was I went up to Adrian. I was like, "Y'all letting Raman run in the class after all these people have already said his shit ain't stock." And Adrian was like, "Yo, bro, that wasn't my call, man. That wasn't my call." So
I wanted no part in that.
And I asked G, and G was like, "Yo, he said he's stock." Me, I've never looked at his bike. I didn't care what was in nobody's bike. But the thing is, the reason Raman ran that bike in that class is because they knew it was 2 S1000s running in the class with head and cam as well. So for them, they were like, 2 wrongs don't make a right. But to them, they're like, okay, if they're in the class, we're in the class too. And it's crazy because one of the bikes that had the head and cam was the guy who came over and tried to race us at the end for the part. I don't know if you were right there, Will, or not. But he's the guy I think that lost to Raman in the semis to get to us.
Yeah, I kind of, you know, I heard a little brief of that, but like it just like it's the fact that listen, because I was talking to Illis and he said to me, he's like, "Bro, there was like 2 other bikes that had worked." I'm like, "Bro, I don't know about that. Like I don't know none of those bikes. Like I went out there, bro. Like I didn't expect to run, so I had no idea." But I do know what happened at the end. And that's why I went over to, I was like, "Yo, you want to run it back for $500? And he took that bait. He ran me back for $500. I made a clean pass. He came around me on top. I was like, "Yo," I'm like, I'm like, "Nah."
Hard.
I'm like,
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like a graceful. He was pulling hard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, listen, weight does play it does play a part in that. But what happens with that, based on what I know, the math doesn't it doesn't add up. You feel me? So I was like, bro, I'm like, listen, we're running half mile here, okay? And I know what I run on that freaking 10. I know what that 10 run. That 10 is like automatic, bro. When I say it's automatic, it's like basic. And so I've never seen a bike go straight down the road like that, like with no hiccup. Didn't even have to do a burnout or nothing. It just went straight down the road. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, it doesn't make a mistake unless I make a mistake. You feel me? And like, I was like, nah, it doesn't add up. Dude, I gapped him out the hole. He literally I clicked fifth, sixth. I'm like, okay, make that make sense. Bro, I'm on a bike that produced factory way more horsepower than you. So it should have enough horsepower to carry my weight, if that makes sense. You know, like the extra horsepower that it carries should push my weight towards the end. I mean, we had that bike to where it was getting to a half mile, but it was getting there. This dude came around. I was like, okay, you know what, bro? It's cool. I paid $500 because I wanted to see. I basically paid $500 just so I can prove him wrong, if that makes sense. And true enough, I was right. Like all the guys, he said something about the guys at the meet, they saw how you was crying. You're crying. I'm like, bro, I'm not a crybaby. I said, but you guys were wrong. You just have to admit that you got caught. I understand.
Yeah, right is wrong.
Yeah, what's right is right.
Wrong.
What's right,
yeah,
what's wrong is wrong. I said at the end of the day, if you can't admit that, then we might as well just drop it and just keep it moving because you're not gonna admit that you're wrong because you are wrong. Illis, I'm like, yo, it's not your bike, but I know you know about that bike. You know about it. Obviously, that's why you're on it. I said, but if you're gonna keep arguing with me about the bike being stock, if you don't know, just say you don't know. Rami, you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, like I get yeah. I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, I know you know what's up. So like don't sit here and try to front to the world like, oh, the bike is stock or is doing this and doing that. I'm like, bro, like come on, man. I wasn't born yesterday.
Bro,
you know what I mean? Like, I've been doing
I
this
swear,
shit
so like I swear, like when they was arguing off, discussing all of this shit, man, and then when Rami said the crank, you know, he has the accent. I don't know where he's from, but he was like,
he should have done
the crank, the crank. And when he said the crank, the whole crowd just like, man, what the? We'll almost passed the fuck up. Adrian walked the fuck off. He just walked off. He's like,
yo, it's one of those things,
bro.
Hey, it's one of those things when you're in a room, but with a bunch of people, and like somebody does say something stupid, and you're like, oh, what? Oh, what was that? Like, did you really?
Yo, and Super, he brought up something about the other two S1Ks. But believe me that I already knew about the other S1Ks, and if it would have been them in the finals, something would have been said, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because if they thought they were slick, like once again, airboxes were gonna get pulled off. They would have been put on Front Street too.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, don't get me wrong. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't matter if it was Rami or if it was the S1K or any other person that would have beaten him. I would have done the same thing. So he just happened to be on the wrong side of the card. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't matter who you are. I don't care who you were. I don't care if it was Michael Jordan or whoever you are, bro. If you try to cheat me and I catch you, I'm gonna let you know, yo, you cheating, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna let you know what's up. Like, bro, like it's plain and simple, bro. It's like it's common sense. When you listen, if you're running in a stock motor class, it's very plain. All right, stock motor class, that means the motor that came with the bike that have not been tampered with by you or your mechanic. That's it.
Right.
Point blank. That's it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, that's it. Now, if you go and buy a head and cam from your friend and put it in the bike, it didn't come with that motor. That bike didn't come with that motor. So it's no longer a picking stock motor. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple, bro.
Okay, well, let's switch lanes from the controversy real quick. What did you guys overall think of the entire event, the whole Super Bowl, the way it ran, the pros, the cons, some discrepancies? Because we had a couple of hiccups up there at the finish line, which caused Adrian to take his ass back down to the beginning. So what you think?
I think we need to work on the communication at the beginning and the end. That's probably where we need to get better at for sure. But other than that, it's pretty solid. Not a lot of commotion until the stock 1K class. I feel like it went pretty good.
Man, he argued with everybody. All my videos got Will arguing with somebody about a race. Every single.
Well, Will's a pro though. Will likes to fuck around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's right though. Like, listen, I fuck around. I get what I want. Like what I get what I make you give me what I want, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So like prime example, right? Prime example. All right, so we get there, and I was supposed to run airlifts at 10 o'clock on Thursday, right? 10 o'clock on Thursday. I'm like, man, let me go out there, like, let me get there like freaking 9:30, maybe 9 o'clock, and kind of do one test pass, so that way by 10 o'clock I'm ready. I get there like freaking 9:15. He was already out there, but mind you, he said 10 o'clock race is gonna go down at 10 o'clock. We didn't race till like freaking 3 o'clock. So at 10 o'clock, I walked over there. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Well, let's get this out the way before the crowd gets here. If you don't, because at first, originally, he didn't want nobody around. He didn't want nobody to know, like that we ran, whatever the case happened, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, that's cool. No video, whatever. Like, that's cool. No worries. I don't care. Money's money, bro. I don't care. Like, whether or not if you're on video or not, I don't give a crap. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yeah, I don't want nobody around when we race. I'm like, cool. But we get there at 10 o'clock. I'm like, bro, we should have gotten there like thinking 8 o'clock. Not 10. 10 o'clock, people already showed up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we didn't race till like 3 o'clock. So he brought his own crowd. I'm like, yo, whatever happened at this point. I'm like, yo, dude, let's get it out the way so that way we can move on to our next race, whatever. And they kept testing and testing. I'm like, man, at this point, I'm not getting agitated, bro. I'm like, you guys are just trolling me at this point. I'm like you know what I mean? Like it's like you don't need that. You should not need that much testing. From 10 to like freaking 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm like, how much? If the bike is gonna work, it's gonna work. If it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So once I saw what was happening, I was like, man, these guys are done. I was like,
hey, okay. Which one of y'all gonna answer this? I'm assuming it'll be Adrian or Envied. So y'all doing away with the stock class or what?
No more stock motor. That's G. No more stock motor.
Ernie asked the same thing though.
Yeah, that shit's too hard to like keep that like legit because people lie about everything, and there's too many different things you can do to make a bike like be faster and not know. Because had he not had copper on his head gasket, we could have pulled the head and measured it, but we still can't tell if he decked the head. Like maybe somebody can look at it and tell, but we wouldn't have been able to tell out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's ways around doing that. And now because everybody's doing it for IG clout, like they want the views or they want to post it, they beat somebody or whatever. So they're doing whatever they need to do that. Like nobody likes losing. So yeah, you can throw a stock motor class, but I guarantee you somebody in that class ain't gonna be actually stocked.
Yo, hey, Ernie said you can do a stock motor class and check the motor with a telescope.
Hey, hold on.
Crazy, bro.
I was actually it was either Cartel or
look at right. There are people like Ernie. Ernie went there with 2 high caliber bikes, bro. And the man got cheated out of the class he was in because of some fuckery there with someone taking a run.
No, hey, I gotta speak on that.
To be fair.
To be fair, I gotta speak on that one. Yeah, if I can.
Go ahead.
So this is what I was told, right? So originally, I was told that I was racing freaking Carita. All right, so I lined up, Carita pulled up. Somebody told him, you racing Will. All right, so I think Manny was under the impression that he was racing Carita also. So with that being said, like I think I had like card number 2 or something. All right, so I pulled up. I'm in second place. First race went down, and the Carita pulled next to me, and we ran. So at this point, Manny's like, oh, maybe I don't have anybody to run. So he goes and make a pass. So I don't think he thought for him. He thought he was supposed to race Carita, but I ran Carita, so that gives him a bye run. He had no idea. He was not under the intention. He was under the intention like, oh, I had a bye run, not I'm gonna screw you over because you're not here. He didn't know that he was supposed to race Ernie.
Oh, okay. That makes
that's what happened. If I knew it went down like that, I probably would have like said something because again, I like to speak on what's right. You know what I'm saying? So I probably would have said something. That way it wouldn't be no controversy between them two. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think.
I never seen Ernie mad like that, bro. Ernie has the perfect comb over all the time, well put together. His hair was no longer combed over and well put together.
I was like,
his shit was fucked up. The man was angry. It was all bad. He was already mad because his K67 wasn't getting no runs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there was someone over there, bro, that was fucking smoking the boots off of all stock bikes. But he wouldn't race. You know what I'm saying?
Call him out. You talking about J? You talking about J Pot? I heard J Pot.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen. Somebody told me that J Pot had a built motor, but he's beating up on stock motorbikes.
Hey,
he did that shit to me in the shootout last week.
Listen, I don't know J Pots like that to speak on.
No, I like J Pot, man.
But I was told that the motor's not stock. Maybe he'll come on. If he comes on, because I tagged him on it. If he comes on, he can say whether or not his BMW motor is stock or not. From the way that shit was pushing, I don't think it was stock. You know what I'm saying?
I spoke to J Park at some point. I interviewed him. I'll let him say it. I'll let him. Yeah.
Say what you said.
No. I'm just saying, like I spoke to him out there, but I don't know. I'll just say that I don't know.
Listen, but I don't know.
Don't get rid of the stock class, bro. You can't. Why don't y'all do it? Y'all got Envied and all these people, right? Why don't y'all do it like at the racetrack where y'all tech the bikes? I know that's gonna take a lot of time, but have y'all thought about that?
That's the thing, is we're not trying to check 15, 13 bikes, and then
I know, but I mean, if you operate,
this is a street shootout, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you're only gonna get so much. You're only gonna get so much of there's no law library to street racing, bro. So you're only gonna get
I know that
of what you expect.
I know that, but I think I'm just saying, like, for everybody who goes to the Super Bowl is wide the fuck open. You got several people there that might know what to look for. Why not? At least in the stock motor class, no other class, just stock motor.
Because then there's other people. You gotta keep it limited to who's judging it. Because then someone's gonna say, "Oh, I heard a purge. I heard a nitrous purge."
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about that. Who's Adrian talking about? I was hoping that they come up.
Who's Adrian talking about?
Here we go.
Listen. Okay, so listen. It wasn't until somebody mentioned it to me. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, you're right. That sounds like a nitrous purge. I'm like,
it sounds like a purge when blood took off.
I'm like, I know it ain't coming from my bike, so it had to come from the bike next to me. So at the end of the day, I can't speak on what I don't know, because I'm not sure. But I do know, I think on top of third or coming into fourth, this dude did a freaking power with it.
That was a wheelie, bro. That was a wheelie.
Yeah.
No, the thing about it, it was just way too aggressive. At that speed, you should have had wheel speed enough. Wheel speed with your momentum should have carried the wheel. It should have kept the wheel on the ground. Not like freaking whoop. I'm like, damn, my guy. It was so violent that it came down hard because it's like he wasn't expecting it. But what's crazy?
Did you see the video, Adrian?
Yes, I seen that video. Yeah.
Come on.
I didn't think nothing was bro, because I was at the finish line until you actually listen to the video, and when he starts rolling, you hear like a purge. And you're like, hey, you know what that sounds like, bro. I was like, oh shit. I think he sprayed.
It's funny to hear these guys say that.
And then, bro, he gets like I said, he gets on top of third. Oh, going into fourth, that fucking shit does a power wheelie instant. It's when something shocks the tire, bro. And whoop. Bro, listen. It's a difference if you get if you get a momentum going, it won't wheelie that hard. It won't be crazy with it. It'll be a little. But this dude, it was whoop. It's I almost felt like he went for the scrambler button, and then it fucked him up even worse. And he
didn't have a ramp.
He tried Paul Walker. It didn't work out for him, though.
And then we get towards the end. And that's how you know, bro. Listen, I've been through all that before, bro. With the picking catch can, overfeeling, going all over the bike. We've been through all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we get towards the end. He comes back smoking like something was on fire or something. Like, if you see me, and then bro, like, and then you see me close as I'm coasting by, I look over, I see the smoke coming out of his bike. I'm like, I think he was all right. He looks all right. He looks all right. I see Brett trying to push his bike off the road. I'm like, man, look at Brett trying to be a superhero.
Yeah, because Brett went through it in Atlanta, bro. You know what I'm saying? Brett done fucked up the one whole side of the road. You know what I'm saying?
It's not proven that he had nitrous though. It's not proven.
No, it's not. No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
But I'm just saying. I'm
saying.
basically saying that's what it looks like. Yeah. I'm not saying that. Yeah. I mean, listen. Not for nothing. I would hope that he didn't have nitrous, because if it did, it's even worse. The embarrassment is even worse. But even if he did have nitrous, or he had something in there, I was gonna check his bike anyway if I was lost. So it doesn't matter. He was like, listen, regardless or not, if I would have found anything on that bike, he wasn't gonna get paid. I'm just being honest about it. Because that's supposed to be an NA run, like meaning like motor for motor, no power added, nothing. That's just how we do it. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to hide nitrous, I'm like, yo, there's no point. Because I told him before the race, yo, we're checking bikes after. If I feel like if you beat me and I feel like, yo, my bike ran the numbers that it's supposed to run, and I'm looking at my bike, I'm like, yo, is it broken? Nah, it's not broken. It's good. And then you freaking put like freaking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bikes on me. I'm like, nah, bro, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll pay that fee to check that bike. Whatever it costs, $500 or not, I'll pay that fee to check that bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, it would have been really dumb if he had anything hitting on that bike. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think me and Cartel, we were talking the other day, and Kenneth touched on this out there. Why do you think that he even ran you though? Because you got years in the game on your bike, but then he has whatever he has on his bike, or Rami's bike, or whoever's bike it is.
I think he thought
he had enough.
His weight was gonna save him. All these big motor with freaking M5, whatever it is that they're mixing, I don't care. They all make very similar to the same horsepower. I'm not gonna lie to you. There might be a 5 horsepower difference, or whatever, or 6 or 4, whatever. But they all 3x6, 4x6, 4x8. They're real close, bro. You're not going from a freaking, like 4x6 or 4x10, and you're gonna gain like freaking 20 horsepower. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So like they're all very similar. And I think he thought his weight was gonna be enough to cover me on the big end. You know what I'm saying? And like it doesn't work like that, because like I think what we have, based on my weight, it works really well. And if you can't get me out of the hole, if you let me get in third gear and you're not in front of me, you're done. You're done. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta try to cheat me out the hole. I'm telling people how to beat me. I don't care. You need to beat me out of the hole. You need to freaking chop my head off out the hole. Make me do something stupid. Make me do something dumb that I'm not used to. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Reed, you taking notes? You taking notes, Reed? So that means you gotta steal the hit.
Yeah,
you gotta steal the hit right away.
But listen, I'm smart though. I'm smart. And we're just gonna back up to that. You steal the hit off me, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going. Yep. I don't have enough. I'm a heavy dude.
Hey, chase the race, right? So just don't race.
Listen, unless I know I have you covered, I'm not going. It's plain and simple, bro. I'm gonna pull right over. I'm gonna make your behind make a full pass, come back, let the bike cool down. We'll do what you gotta do, or let it. We're gonna run it again. Because at the end of the day, I know I'm heavy. I don't have enough horsepower to say I'm gonna cover this dude if he jumps out of me like 3-4 bikes out the hole. So if you jump me, go ahead. I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? So what's crazy is like I'm gonna speak about that because it just makes sense. He was complaining that we were rolling at like freaking 28 miles an hour, right? So we come back, we go in the trailer. He shows me the video. So there's a satellite glitch, and what it is like the bike. We started rolling, it went up to 28, and it stopped. Meaning it stopped at 28 miles an hour. We hit it. I literally going from first to second. It hasn't moved. It still stayed at 28 miles an hour, and then it jumps up to whatever speed that it thinks that we're doing. So I'm like, bro, there's definitely a glitch in your GPS. There's no way we're going at 28 miles an hour. Truth be told, my bike has wheel speed. So in other words, I go back and pull the data. It tells me exactly at what RPM and what miles per hour that I went wide open throttle. We were not at 28 miles per hour. But he's using that as a reason why his bike bogged. You know what I'm saying? the gearing that was on the bike, I have the same gearing. I ran the same gearing on my bike. So for your bike to bog, you either have a tuning issue, something's wrong with your tuning. Well, there's no way a stroke or jixer on freaking M5 or whatever jet fuel that you're running should bog down low at 5,500 RPM. Ain't no way in hell. Yeah, ain't no way in hell. Like something has to be something wrong with your tuning. You need to go see somebody on the East Coast to fix your tuning. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just something's wrong, bro. You know, like
Hey, well,
like,
I got a question for Adrian though, because I was thinking about this. Adrian, can you do me a favor and make a heavyweight class or something? Because there were some big guys out there, bro. They was out there repping, and me and Kenneth had to watch this shit at 250 pounds plus, bro. So is it possible for us to get a heavyweight? Can we do that?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of big guys out there.
There was a lot of big guys out there.
Will Heat was upset, bro. Will Heat too. Yeah. He didn't get no runs in, bro. That man was chasing runs in.
I don't classify Will as a heavyweight because the way he moves.
What are you saying to me right now, bro?
I know how much he weighs, but as fast as he's moving, I don't appreciate what he's doing.
Come on, man. Like
that's what?
No, you can't just brush that off. No, you can't just brush that off.
Okay, well, okay.
So what? Like what pounds? What pounds from what? From what to what?
I don't know, man. Hey,
220 and up.
I think 220 and up is a little. It's stressing it. I think 200 and up should be it.
200?
Yes.
No. You almost 200. You want to eat a fucking sandwich and come race me? Get the fuck out of here.
Adrian. So he wants an extra heavyweight class.
No, what I'm saying is like,
he wants the extra heavyweight class.
No,
he don't want a heavyweight class. We want the extra heavyweight class. Like this ain't big and tall, my brother. Like
no, see, you see what
hey, look, Will Heat even said it 220 and up. Will Heat, look,
220 and up is legit.
220 and up.
Listen, 220 and up. There's nothing like 5 people in there. There's something about 5. Listen, if you're 240 and up, 220 and up, you need to be on a power out of bike, a bike that's got nitrous or a turbo bike. Ain't no way in hell you're gonna be 220 and up on a motorbike.
There were several. Will, that's a lot. There were several big guys out there running them damn boosters out there. Will was running one out. There were several big guys out there.
They need some kind of power adder to push them out of the hole.
Because but you know what? Maybe we wouldn't need power adders if we wasn't racing people the size of fucking Adrian. So that's why we need our own class. bro. See how you made me start laughing, Envy? You know, make me mad, bro. He gonna eat a sandwich and be 200 pounds sitting next to us. Fuck you, Will. No, bro. Like, no, I'm not going for that.
Listen,
I'm not going
at
for
the
that.
end of the day, bro, we gonna
190.
I mean, bro, like I weigh 190. Will, what do you weigh?
I'm probably like 187, somewhere around there.
Oh, okay.
All right, he's 190. He's trying to.
I fluctuate back and forth, man. Like I carry a lot of water weight. You know what I mean? So I'm somewhere around there. Like fully suited by 187, 189, somewhere around there.
Okay, so
I can claim 190. I can claim 190 based on the shoes that I wear that day.
Okay. So, okay, 190. But then, so legitimately, if you're 190 or 200, that's still 50 pounds. Let's say if you're racing Envy. So 200 pounds is too low, man, because that range between 180 and 200, that's still,
but
listen, 10, 15, 20 pounds.
There was a 50-pound difference when Ernie raced R1.
Who?
You know what I'm saying? That was what, 40, 50 pounds?
Yes.
Yeah, but
hey, this is where you guys are getting it mixed up, right? There's a difference between being 130 and then being 180, which is a 50-pound difference, right? So 180 and a 130. He's a smaller guy. 180, you're not really that big of a guy. You're still small. You just weigh more. Now 220, you wide. So now you're in the wind. You know what I'm saying? So you can't compare 180 to a 220 because, like, why? Because at 220 you're a bigger dude. So like now your whole body is it's off the bike. So it's a huge difference between being a smaller, which is a medium weight guy, where you got a jockey that's like a 150 and a 180. They can fall in the same class. Why? Because like at that point your body size is still small. and you can still fit your body type behind the
You
shit.
can still
Now,
get another win.
anything over 200, 215, 220, you're a big dude, and now your shoulders are sticking out. So you playing with the wind. The bike is the bike is struggling, and bro, the bike is choking, trying to push your big ass down the road.
I seen Reaper stock motor booster, man. Him trying to hit that shit, bro. That booster's like, fuck you, Reaper. I ain't going nowhere, my boy.
I'm telling you, bro, your shoulders is like, you know how like you're in a car, you stick your hand out the window, and you're going 80 miles an hour. Like your hand wants to get like it's like somebody's fucking trying to break your arm, bro. Your shoulders are like this, bro. Like you know,
bro.
Imagine that, bro. Like
that's why I had to ask the question, bro, because like I saw so many big guys out there, bro. Like 7. We had a dad and son. I forget their name on my video, but whatever. So I'm like, bro, I was talking to Envied, and I'm like, bro, like why we can't get action? Kenneth would have ran the Grinch his damn self in the heavyweight class. But no, we got to run against Adrian because he pulled the right fucking card or whatever. You know, that's not fair.
Hey, I race against people like Adrian all the time out here. You see it in the videos,
saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. But guess what? If we band together as big people, bro, we can get our own class. We doing that now. We starting. Come on.
No.
Is it a run with your brun class?
Going with shoulder pads for shoulders, bro.
Oh,
if it's a run with your brun class, I'm down.
Well, I mean, we did. So
I'm saying that's what
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that got to be a separate event or what. I don't know what that would be.
If it's heavyweight, it has to be run with your brun. Cause like why? Cause I truly believe y'all big ass need some kind of power adder.
Hey, you gonna watch your mouth, bro. I'm just you gonna watch your mouth, man.
I'm just being real, bro. Cause I can't picture like a freaking 187 horsepower booster with a freaking 260-pound guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't. The math doesn't. Like, dude, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go 160 on a booster that should go 200? You know what I'm saying?
But if someone, but guess what? If someone's sitting next to me, like, okay, Envy got a stock ass booster or something, we're racing each other, then it's legit.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, but
you know, like
in this day and age, bro. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but what are the odds that you're gonna race another booster that's like this with the same mod?
Well, I mean, I didn't say I would bring a stock ass booster to some Super Bowl in the first place.
I would hope you don't.
First of all, Reap is talking all this shit, right? But Reap is gonna show up with a turbo booster with a 250 shot, all right? And then in the finals, he will go up to Samedi and be like, "Hey, man, listen, I'm gonna need 5 bikes and a hit."
And he might get that. He might get that. We did like what's it? I think 2 years ago, I had he's my boy, man. My boy with the ZX10, a nitrous ZX10, bro. A nitrous ZX10. Storm. You know, I'm not gonna call his name out because
Storm, my nigga, Storm.
Damn, Storm, my bad, bro.
Fuck it, bro. No Storm out there, man. Fuck that.
I think they wanted like 4 in the hit or something. You know what I'm saying? And like that was the only race that I got that year. It was that, bro. And like I gave him 4 in the hit on a nitrous bike. But I knew what I had. I knew I had him covered, regardless or not. He made more horsepower, but my bike worked. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing like a freaking all motor bike, bro. The bike works, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man. So like
where's that video, Samedi? Can I see that video? Because I want to shit on Storm a little bit, though. You know what I mean? Shout out
it's
to
on
my
there.
man, Storm.
It's on there. Hey, I don't want to go back and comment. I don't want it to pop up to the top. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. That is sent down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it's on there, man. But like, no. But listen, with all that being said, everybody was so scared to run Samedi. I'm like, dude, like, I done drove 25 miles. You know, give me some action, something. We had a drivers meeting, and I was like, anybody want to run Samedi? This is like freaking 2 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Asshole.
Like,
that's probably how Will Heath feels, bro.
Yeah, that's what that sounds like. Yeah.
Hey, what was funny is like I think it was the first year that I met Adrian. and then I can't remember who it was. They was trying to get Adrian to race my bike, and then Adrian he jumped online real quick. He's like, "Oh, I know who you are now." He's like, "I'm not racing."
He was trying to tell me he had a 600cc Gixxer. I'm like, Nah, no way. He brought his 600 from Florida. No way.
Yeah, man.
Get my ass.
Yeah. And you
But
gotta
yo,
watch
like
him, man.
Will
He a
Heath was
hustler,
struggling
bro.
this year, man. So imagine how he felt driving all the way down, you know what I'm saying, and not being able to really get any races, bro. You know what I mean?
Did he run in the
Well,
NA
yeah.
class?
Situation for him.
Yeah, he ran. I think he got put out first round. He got the unlucky draw and got Brett.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem. Yeah, but, so we can get back to that. So I don't know how much Brett weighs, but Will Heath is fast. You know what I mean? I give him his props, but like racing somebody like Brett.
I mean, that's okay. Here's the problem here. Here's the problem. If you jump in the NA class, and you know, basically there's a possibility that you're gonna race some fast guy. You gotta pray to God that somebody done took him out before you get to him. You know, so you can have a slower bike win the event based on you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But like prime example, right? So I got my boy Sancho, right? He's got a stock motor Gixxer that I work on down here. So we went to Atlanta and he jumped in the event. His first run, he ran Jigsaw.
Yeah. I remember that.
I got that. Yeah.
So when he pulled the freaking chip, and I was like, damn, bro, we done drove 11 hours just for you to get put out first round.
And was Evan or was it Evan or was it John on the bike?
It was John, bro. I said, damn, bro. And I was like, bro, don't worry. I got you, bro. I got you. I was like, I got you.
Hey, you know what's funny about that? So you say that, but then I remember Evan was talking about how he was unlucky and he pulled you. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but like, bro, like I think Evan had a chance. Even with his bike, bro, I think he had a chance because like I was trying new things on the bike that day. And the bike felt like it had a mind of its own. The bike really first, second, third. I was up in the air and I saw Evans next to me and I was like, yo, I need to put this bike down before I lose this freaking race. Like, I mean, literally, it was uncontrollable. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing that I could have done to make the race any closer. You know what I'm saying? So I think he did a good job, like, freaking, I think he had a chance, if that makes sense. I think he had a chance. You know.
Oh, okay.
I had to get my shit together. Once I got in the finals, I had to get, whatever was going on, I had to fix it. I had to get my shit together. Otherwise, I would have been on the trailer going home.
Yo, Reek, go ahead and say it. I know you want to say it. Go ahead.
Say what you said.
I ain't saying nothing.
Go ahead.
Man.
I know it's. I can see it on your face.
I didn't say anything. I have nothing to say, bro. I'm just listening.
Come on, man.
Listen, Reap has, you know what I'm saying? Reap is the Illuminati of the Booster guys. So, you know, he thinks that there's someone out there that's gonna spend $500,000 to make a fucking Booster compete in a Jigsaw class with everybody else. That's
I got a Booster here in the garage. If I shorten it up, that can compete in that class.
your drag bike?
I told him to bring that bike out. I was like, yo, bring that bike out. It was too long.
Yeah, it's too long.
Get yourself
That's a
bro.
full-on race bike. Like that ain't nothing street about it.
Well, I mean, you don't see Samedi taking his bike out to the park.
Shit, Samedi be going to bike nights on his bike.
Hey, bro, I just went to the beach in Vegas. Did you not see?
Look at his face, bro.
Samedi, the most I've ever seen you ride that bike comfortably and calmly was when I was shooting rollers of your bike, my boy.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. I was on my way to the beach. Yo,
Adrian, let me ask you a question, bro. So outside of the communication, is there anything that you would change? What did you dislike?
What did I dislike?
What did you dislike the most about it? I know the communication is whatever, and what did you love about it?
Honestly, there's really nothing that sticks out to me when you say that. Other than like probably getting people to just, if you are gonna pull out of a race or whatever, but that's kind of more like a Sunday fun day, because when the shootout's going on, it's more organized. People aren't really going out when when you aren't sending them and stuff. But like if you're after the shootouts and stuff, if you're gonna be like following races or like racing back to back, you have to follow it all the way through to the half-mile mark. You can't flip a U-turn in the middle of the thing because we had like a really like close incident, very close incident on Sunday because of that. So other than the communication, just probably stress it a little more that like people gotta finish it all the way through the half mile, you know, check your shoulders, and then trash is a big thing over there too in the desert. Where I know Mo brought like 200 trash bags, so shout out to Mo. I know he brought a lot, but there was still quite a lot of trash and stuff those days. But other than that, we're chill.
Okay, what about
I think that Sunday Fun Day, bro. Like I didn't go, and I think a lot of the people, it's probably half of the people that were there on Saturday and Friday were there on Sunday. But that's you guys aren't there to control that, bro, because at that point the event is over.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't really put that shit on y'all. I think that these guys that go out to these events, y'all guys need to have a fucking clue, bro, on what the fuck you're doing when you're roll racing. Like you can't have a 3 wide and then have one guy tailing. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Or have
it happened.
Or just having a regular 1-2 and then one guy trailing. Cause that's just the cause for fucking fuckery, bro, to happen. You know what I'm saying? People can really get hurt with that chasing shit for no. You know what I mean? It's just not worth it.
Nothing.
That's on everybody though, man. Whenever you see it, no matter if it's somebody you know or don't know, everybody should be calling that out because one mistake by somebody can lead to somebody not going home to their family because you did something stupid, right?
100%.
So that's why it's on all of us to do it. And I think Soup H2 actually it was a guy on a Aprilia. He kept chasing races, and Soup H2 actually went up to him after one of the races and told him, "Yo, none of that. Don't do that no more." And dude didn't do it no more. So it just takes somebody to point it out to him, like, "Hey, don't do that, man. That's a safety thing. Don't chase no races. This 3 wide in one fucking lane is like stupid. I don't know why people do that. Like, I don't care how much I trust you. I'm not doing no 3 wide in one lane with you."
Yeah.
We have all day to race. All day there. There is no reason to be stuffing the lanes like that. Literally, nothing at all.
I feel like Super H2 probably got excited to tell somebody. You know he's a grumpy man. I know he was fucking happy to tell somebody not to do that shit. He's just waiting, bro.
He's the old man on the sideline doing this.
Oh my god!
No.
Bro, I
swear. I mean, Soup had his own issues with the bike, so he didn't race. But you know what I mean? To come, but it was. I feel like a lot of people, man. I heard a lot of spinning. A lot of people just got unlucky where their bikes weren't working, bro. Like, that's a fucking bad hit to go that far if you're traveling from far and your bike don't work. That sucks, bro.
But that's the name of the race game, though, man.
100%.
Your bike will be working a whole week. You know, on race day, your quick shift will come loose.
Yep. That's what I like about my 10, man. That's what I like about the 10. No matter what, that bike goes down the road. And it should because it's been tested on that road for years. So
yeah,
the H2 is a different story, though.
Half of your winnings back, Envied, because you cheated, bro. You gotta win. You know what I'm saying? The man that lives on the road wins the ring, man. Come on, fuck that.
So didn't Will race your H2, right? I think.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, he did.
He beat some people, but he lost to somebody too. Was it a turbo bike or he beat a turbo?
So first round he beat the Turbo 14. He beat that bike pretty bad.
The green
bike. Second round was the Turbo Booster. He beat that bike, but the Booster had a bunch of mile an hour and almost caught him on the top end.
Really?
Third round he raced the Stroker Gixxer. I think that was Osiris Gixxer, and he beat him pretty bad too. And then he raced Brett in the finals.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Brett's bike was working too, man. That man, I was at the half of the half mile for that race. Brett's bike was just working, bro.
I think it's just crazy to see. I guess one of the things that I saw was I don't know where the hell NA bikes start beating or just beating up on power hours, bro. Like run what you brung type bikes. You know what I mean? That's crazy to me. Which I saw.
Well, that's the thing,
Will,
though,
that's
man.
that Humphrey special, right? That's the Humphrey special right there.
Bro, that was crazy, bro. That was so crazy.
You gotta think though, Kyle. That's if the power at a bike can have all the power in the world, but if you can't put it to the ground,
Yeah,
then you're gonna lose. Yeah. And Brett, he made a good statement. He was like, it's easier to get 220 horsepower down the road than it is 320, especially when you ain't got a computer that you can program to help you get down the road. So the H2, it's got the power to beat them bikes easily. It's just you got to get it to work.
That's very true.
I learned something new that day.
You know, and yo, so
Chase bike, my bad.
Too. Bringing it back to an earlier conversation where, you know, what made these guys want to race Samedi. Maybe they felt like they had enough. Maybe the bikes made enough horsepower on the dyno that to them, the math was mathing to be able to race Samedi. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I can tell you exactly what it is, man. When you got indispensable money and you cocky, you get to a point where you think you're Superman and you can beat anybody. And I think that they got to a point where they built bikes and they put a bunch of money into them, but they don't have the experience behind them. So they thought, oh, we've been dominating with our S1000s and whatever up until this point that we can just jump into Gixxers, put motors in them, and go out here and we can run with Will, Samedi, and Brett and Chase and all them. And just completely ignore the fact that Will and them been doing this for fucking over 5 years or whatever. Like they've been doing it way longer. So they learned the lesson, man. They paid a price to learn that they don't have the experience behind them. They may have the power, but they don't got the experience behind them to get their bikes down the road like Will and them do.
Nah, 100%, man. I think a lot of people, that's something that I've noticed, man, in my shortcoming to this, because I come from a car background. And I think people don't realize that you can't, power plays a part, but it's the whole thing, bro. The whole thing has to work. You know what I'm saying? From everything, your whole setup has to work. I don't give a flying fuck if you got 1,000 horsepower on a bike. Once again, spinning ain't winning. So what do you know what I mean?
I mean, unless you submit it, then you can spin and still be in front of them and then get traction and then pull away from them, apparently.
Hey, yo, that's the truth, because boy, that is true. I've never seen someone spin like that and still win.
Yo, I swear, I thought multiple times he had lost because he spun, and he was like, "Nah, bro, they were never in front of me."
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
That is, I mean, to see something like that is crazy, man. But you know what, Will? I don't like that attitude, man. Okay.
You know what?
I'm tired of it, bro. I told him, man. I'm tired of it, man.
You know what was even crazier is the fact that my bike, because I ran 2 different classes, right? So my bike is on I shift on a button, right? So and then I get on the H2, it's regular shifting, and then I jump on the freaking 10, it's GP shift. So I'm out, so like every time I throw my leg over the bike, I'm like, which bike is this? I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. Like, bro, because literally, bro, I was literally getting off one bike and jumping on another bike. So like I had to tell my head, my brain, like, okay, you know what? You on this bike? So you need to shift down, okay? Like you need to shift down, bro. Like it doesn't, I mean, it was harder than it looked. You know what I'm saying? Like to be able to just jump from one bike to another and being able to make a pass after pass after pass and remembering what you're doing, if you're going up or down, or if you know what I'm saying? But like I don't know, man. Like it was one of those things that I kind of give myself a pat on the back for that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It got you that one round though, because thankfully the old dude didn't show up.
That was a vibe.
No, it wasn't the buy. That was the one. The dude that he didn't show up. That was the very first round. The guy didn't show up.
So hey, speaking of dude not showing up, I think in the stock motor class, they were. I don't know if it was like third round. That might have been third round or second or third round. I don't know if I should break it up.
Second.
Should I leave it alone?
Oh shit.
No, bring it up.
because we hear now. We hear now.
All right.
Nah,
so
we hear now.
yeah. So like I pulled up to race a Gixxer, as far as I know, and then I see the Gixxer on the side looking for his gas cap because I guess his gas cap must have flew off, and they were looking for it. So next thing you know, a fucking ZX10 pulled up next to me. So I'm like, wait a minute, what happened to the Gixxer? So they used a different bike in the class to run me, bro.
Really?
A bike that was registered in the class to run me. So I'm like,
and I didn't catch it because I wasn't up on the line. But when they finished racing, I saw him take off with the other Gen 6, and I was like, he wasn't supposed to race a Gen 6. What happened? It's supposed to be a Gixxer.
Yeah.
So they went to go race. No, I don't think it wasn't one of the TRP bikes.
No, it was. It was.
Was
I think it was. Yeah, the green bike. It was because I think somebody said something. Yeah.
No, the TRP bike was the double R.
That wasn't
double
TRP.
R.
Oh, I don't know. All I know, the dude had long hair, and I saw his hair sticking out the helmet. I was like, okay, whatever. I really did not care who I ran because at the end of the day, I knew this bike. It'll make the pass from point A to B. So as long as I can get out, I am out. You know what I'm saying? So like when I seen him pull up with a different bike, I was like, oh shit. I was like, this ain't how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this ain't how it's supposed to go. So I kind of left it as that. I was like, you know what? It is what it is. We'll just move on to the next round. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I called him on and I asked him because he came over. He tried to say Will jumped on him, and I said it don't matter if he jumped or not. You swap bikes, so you're out. Yeah. So he thought he was about to get a rerun. I was like, no, bro, like you're out. Like I don't. Even if Will did jump, which that's something we definitely need to talk about because it's getting brought up left and right. Everybody think he jumps. But he's going off of a fucking flagger.
Nobody's looking at the flagger. All they're looking at is the video. And you guys are not seeing the flagger. Listen, once if we're pacing next to each other and I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and I look at the flagger. At this point, you need to stay beside me. Because once I get to the mile an hour that I'm comfortable at, or whatever the case is, I look at the flagger. At that point, once that flagger drops his arm, I don't care if you're a bike behind me, I'm leaving. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna wait for you to get next to me after the flagger drop his arm. Yeah, that makes no sense. Yeah, and that's one thing the freaking the ZX14 guy said, the Turbo 14. He's like, well, you were like 2-3 bikes in front of me before the hit. I'm like, dude, first of all, you were going too slow. I'm like, first of all, you were going too slow. And I was like, I tried to get him to speed up. I was like, speed up. He got next to me, and then like I waited. He pulled next to me, and then he fell back, and the guy dropped his arm. So at that point, what do? Do I just sit there, or do I just go? You know what I'm saying? Like people are like, oh, it's a rerun. Like, dude, it's not me, bro. You know,
there's no rerun. Like, you went right.
Y'all need to pay attention to that flagger, my boy.
The flagger. Hey, you know what? Let's give what's his name? Fat Ass the Flagger a shout out.
Fat Ass the Flagger.
Give him a shout out, bro. He did a good job.
Shout out to him, bro. He was doing his job out there. I thought that man was gonna pass out on multiple occasions. Shit, bro.
Mr. Legit is. Well, let's talk about this. I'll put that up. Let's see. What y'all
I didn't even know Fat Ass lived out here in Vegas, man.
Yeah, he does a lot of the car scene shit.
Yeah, that's what
I didn't know that. I talked to him.
So is his name really Fat Ass?
Fat Ass?
No, it's Fat Ass the Flagger.
That's his.
I thought y'all was calling his Fat
Ass. No, that's his handle.
I'm like, that's rude.
No, that's legit. Like
that's his legit Instagram name. That's his Instagram name. Fat Ass _ Flagger. I think it's 14 or something like that.
Yeah, he was on here earlier.
Mr. Legit, that's a great point, bro. But once again, like you can sit there, bro. It's like when I went to go see Fast and Furious in the movie theater, bro. The first one. I was seeing Motec this, nitrous that. I seen people there on their phones writing this shit down. It don't matter what the fuck you got. If it all ain't working, you did it all for nothing, bro. You know what I mean? You could have a recipe, but if you ain't putting it together right, what's it matter?
I think it's gonna be difficult to beat anybody from Las Vegas though, because Kenneth said something earlier, man. He done tested the Grinch so long, man. What if I try to race you, Kenneth? What I'm gonna do? What
you better put a bottle on whatever you riding.
Bro, I want 15 bikes in a hit. That's what I want.
Nah,
you got something in the garage that matches up. Come on now.
Nah, bro.
Now that I know that Envied lives out there, bro. Now that I know you live out there, Envied, I'm looking at you completely different, bro. I'm gonna show up a month early over there to the Vegas. Y'all gonna see a yellow GX10 by itself out there. Just know it's me getting ready to whoop Dennis' black ass out there, my boy.
Hey.
Fuck that. Nah.
Well, I mean, you guys have been to several events, man. Like, I don't know, like Cartel, what you feel about that though, compared to all the other events you've been to? What makes this one so special per se?
I think it's just the culmination of things, bro. It's the location, the weather, the people, right? Because I feel like even with the discrepancies, right, with the money races, I feel like I got welcomed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was very welcoming, bro. It's definitely a different vibe. Not to say that, you know, the other events that I went to, people weren't as welcoming, but it's definitely a whole different vibe out there. I think that there's, for example, right, like the Gandy in Florida, I think that would be, from a perspective of racing on a bridge, would be an amazing place to race. But there's no way you're going to be able to do what you do over there in Mexico, what we just witnessed, bro. Like, you're not going to set up tents. You're not going to, they were barbecuing out there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not happening, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like we belonged on the road type shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that anywhere else. So where else are you going to get that kind of vibe? It's very difficult to do, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think they paid off law enforcement too.
Bro, it was
they
wild.
Had to do something. That shit's crazy.
From Tuesday to Sunday, man. 7 in the morning to 7 at night.
Bro,
Adrian,
I feel like
boys on your payroll, bro.
I feel like I see Poppy Jigsaw on that road, bro. Early in the morning, bro, eating breakfast, running that fucking jigsaw of his, bro.
Yep.
Bro, y'all got law enforcement on the payroll or something, man.
Street Outlaw Bike
It is
Edition.
Mexico.
That's that. Believe it or not, that's actually one of the roads that the Street Outlaws use.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I think that road. That's like you're not seeing something like that, man. So that's why, like, to me, that's the event to go to. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed myself, and I didn't even bring a bike. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoyed myself out there. So I think that all in all, man, it's as good as it's gonna get. I think it's just gonna gain more notoriety, which, you know, could be a good and a bad thing depending on.
Man, I tell you what, though, the dedication of everybody working on their bikes in that heat. Oh my God, bro! I was walking around with a camera.
Real, bro. Well, Samedi looked at me a couple of times. He thought I was gonna pass out walking back and forth for a half mile.
I'm like, bro, you good?
Bro, I'm just looking at everybody's dedication, you know, like everybody's changing sprockets, wheels, all of this craziness, man, in the heat.
Who was doing that? Yo, did you see me change or do anything?
No. You didn't. But I tell you what, somebody, I ain't gonna say Will LeBrett's name or Ernie's name. Them boys disappear behind cars, trucks, bushes.
Behind cars and bushes.
Them boys is disappearing and they come back and their bikes sound different. So I don't know. They ain't the only ones, but I noticed it. I'm gonna put that out there.
Oh man, hey, listen. So like, I remember like, that's so funny, man. Cartel pulled up out there, and I was like, "Yo, it's hot out there, bro." He's like, "Nah, man, we good, man." He's like, "Look at me, man, I'm good, man." I was like, "All right." 2 hours later, I'm like, "Bro, you good?" He's like, "Man," he's like, "It's heat, bro." He's like, "Bro." He's like, "I got a headache." He's like, "Oh, you got some aspirin."
Bro,
Hey, yo, bro, I was fucked up, bro.
I
I
hit
was
my man
fucked
with a
up.
BC powder for real. I came from BC. I was like,
I'm
bro.
out there in black sweatpants. I'm in all black like a dumbass motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, trying to look fly in the
Bro.
desert and shit.
I ain't never.
took a BC powder before I even got out of the car, because I know
don't-
better, bro. It's just too hot.
I don't ride my bike. I hate riding my bike in shorts because something always happens. And true enough, I burnt my freaking leg, doing one of those burnouts. And like, it was just so hot, bro. I just couldn't bear to put some pants on. And I was like, man, ain't no way in hell I can be with some jeans, bro. Like, I just couldn't do it. And like being in the sun for like freaking 8 hours, bro. Like even towards the end of the day, like I had plans. Me and my girl had planned to go watch a show, bro. I fell asleep. She kept saying, "Babe, wake up." I was like, it just the sun was so.
The sun
bro, the
beats
sun,
you, man.
Nah, yeah, that shit hits different, bro. I don't know how you guys do anything else. I was struggling to go out at night, bro. Struggling.
Yeah, I was. I was struggling, man.
It was bad, man. Like it's just what's funny is like what's crazy is like if you live on the East Coast, Florida or that up to New York, whatever, like it's the weather's different. The air, everything's different. So like I'm so used to like stepping outside. It's 95 degrees outside, and then you sweat. You start sweating under your armpit. You're like, oh yeah, it's hot. I'm like, and then in Vegas, you ain't sweating. Like it's hot. But like, bro, like you ain't even gotta put on deodorant or nothing. But like, you're like, bro, like I'm not sweating, but it's just your body's overheating, but you don't even know. So you gotta stay hydrated, man. Like it's just like I learned that the first year I went there. I was like, yo, the first year I went there, my mouth was dried. Like I literally, so I'll make a pass and I'll get off the bike so I can push it to the freaking underneath the tent. Bro, the tent is probably what, 10, 15 feet? Bro, by the time I got to the tent, bro, I was out of breath. I was like, bro, it's like I was having a hard time breathing in my helmet, bro. I'm like, man, like Vegas is saying I can't get used to it, bro. Like I haven't gotten used to it yet. And I've been out, this is my third time being out there, bro. Like, and I think being out there for more than 5 days, I'm like, yo, it's time to go home. Like, I gotta go.
Facts. Yo, speaking of that, I don't know how the fuck G was walking around with that fucking ski mask on, fam. I'm looking at him, right?
Where's G at? Explain that.
He's right here. I'm looking at him.
What's up with that mask? Explain that.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I know who you are.
What is there to say? Nothing was up the mask. It's just something I wear. I always.
You ain't hot, bro. Cartel.
I'm trying to stay out the sun myself. I'll be getting burnt too. I'll be getting fucked up out there.
Down the street.
I was looking at him, bro, and I'm like, something's wrong, bro, but I was too dehydrated to even ask him some shit, bro. I was trying to make it through the fucking day, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm light skinned, nigga. I gotta stay out the sun. I can't be getting burnt up out there.
And that's another thing too. So I see Reed and Supe too over there putting on what is it?
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen. And I'm like, what the fuck y'all black motherfuckers doing sunscreen? You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, when I woke up on Sunday and I'm like, yo, something don't feel right. Sunburns all over the place for the first time in my life. I'm like, I can't even tell these guys this shit because they're gonna be like, we fucking
bro, I knew better, bro. I knew better.
Super was like, Super laughed because he was
we
like,
laughing.
Hey, today, boy.
Hey, yo, we told Cartel, hey, come over here, get some of this. What he do? He hate, he talk shit, and he walk off. So that's why you got burnt. That's what you get. That's what
I'm like,
get,
yo,
bro.
my face feel funny. I'm like, oh shit, okay, so they were talking the truth out there. I should have listened.
Yeah, next time better bring a ski mask.
Hey, yo, I tell ski mask for everybody.
Hey, yo, you know the funniest thing is like when I first saw Super, right? Like they didn't have a tent. I think the next day or some day, then they had like one tent. By the time we almost left, bro, almost had a whole tent for the whole spot. Yeah, right. Tents every fucking day, bro.
Yeah.
They just got bigger as it progressed.
I had to bring out the big boy
hit
tent.
different, bro.
Oh, I saw you looking like an Arab. My man had towels all over his head with a laptop. It's too hot, bro.
Hey, yo, good. So, talking about like next time, everybody want to see next time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if Gina want to speak on this, but the event's getting way bigger than what anybody ever expected it to be. So we have it's multiple days that you can come and do stuff, right? If we're doing like shootout type stuff, those shootout things, I think it's time that we compress them down on one day, and that's all that happens that day. And all that stuff needs to start at a certain time because, like, for instance, we were supposed to start the shootouts at 9 o'clock originally, 9 o'clock, but we didn't start until almost 11, I think it was. So you go into the heat of the day trying to start the shootout. And then you got people that ain't even in the shootouts. They're out there. They're trying to make passes and do all this other stuff and just causing traffic. And then you got people that can't park that's in the shootout because you got people that ain't in the shootout parked in all the damn spots. So I think in general, all that shit needs to change. Like if you ain't in the shootout, don't show up on the shootout days. Like show up on the days that they do money runs or Sunday fun days or something like that. But those days they need to be separated from everything and everybody else, man. Now, I don't know if
that
people
makes
respect
you know
that.
what that'll probably make life a lot easier for you guys too, Adrian. Doing it that way because it'll be less fuckery that y'all have to deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So make it like, yo, Friday y'all could pull up. Saturday, there's no one else there unless you're competing. Because if you're there and you're not competing, we will tell you to leave.
I mean,
or wait, right?
Something we
Or
could
wait
do,
until
but
after.
we also arguing with people that are saying it's an open road. You know what I mean? You can't really tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting to too.
Yeah, I was just about to say that too, because like, you know, you got guys that done drove like picking 20 hours or 15 hours or, you know, like 40 hours. How are you gonna tell them, yo, you can't test today because we're, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't wanna,
Exactly.
you know,
That's
they
true.
you just gotta hope they're respectful enough to be like, you know what? Yeah, man, I'm not in the competition, so yeah, let me let them do their thing. But not everybody's gonna think like that, you know what I mean? So it just
Yeah, and that's what happened this time. Like they knew it was a shootout day, so whenever they said, "Yo, don't run through here, run on the back end," they would go run on the back end. But all that traffic, like I said, you can ask, like we can ask, say, "Hey, listen, we're trying to do the shootout on these days. Try to keep it minimum just to those people. If they show up, they just show up. But then at that point, they got to be respectful. But you got people that are going to be like, "Yo, I'm not in the shootout today." Like we were running literally, like you said, from Tuesday through Sunday. So you had 5 days, 5 days outside of Saturday for you to do whatever it was you needed to do. So there was no reason to be out there crowding the area on that day when you got people in shootouts that's got money up or whatever trying to do pulls. And obviously any big pot type money runs like those have always been put before anything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I guess I got a question for the group. What state would y'all like to see attend?
What state? What do you say? What was the question? What state?
What state? Like we had representatives from Florida, Cali, all of this. Like, what about like I don't know, Georgia? You know, you got the guys that race down there in Atlanta. You got the guys that race in North Carolina.
I don't know anybody from Georgia. Don't know. Yeah. I know a couple guys from North Carolina, like Dark Side, Pat, P-Bar, Pat, and
I'm sure they got some.
Yeah, I don't really know anybody else from the East Coast, really.
I mean, I want to say Cartel got some of the SK guys up there with him as well. I got Tennessee guys, but you know, based upon what I just saw, we're gonna sit this one out, man, until I get my life together. You know what I mean?
I knew he was about to say it.
we
got sit out. We kind of know. We got
makes a good point though. EJR could have brought both his boosters. You know what I mean? I have shout out to Reckless, my man Matt as well, my man Daniel.
South Carolina as well.
I'll have a couple of my guys out there next year for sure.
Super H2 got a good one. EJR too. I'd like to see him out here too.
Yeah. There was a couple of guys that asked me about him, like I'm his handler or some shit, and I'm just like, I don't know why. Like,
I think if he would have came out, it probably would have been whether he raced or not. Even if he flew out there and just kind of spectate, I think it would have been good for business overall. Considering that that's what he does for a living. I think just showing your face in places like that Even with or without a bike, I think that would have been, it would have been good on his behalf.
A good example of that one is those guy, I don't know his name, the A-Life Performance guy. He was out here like
Elite.
not too long ago, all the way out there from the UAE.
Yeah.
You know, just showing
Oh,
face.
yeah.
He went to Vegas.
Yeah,
I mean-
he was out here.
Oh, I didn't even
Oh
know
shit.
that.
Well,
First
not this year, like a year or
Last
two ago.
year, last year. Last year he was there.
Still like showing face, cool.
Yeah, and that's what it is, bro. You get your I mean, you're never too grateful to be like, I think, especially EJR, I think him showing up to a place like that would have been good, great for business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like now people see you travel, they know. Like, I mean, I understand that he probably has some shit going on, but I think personally, if I was in his case, I probably would have been there.
Yeah. Even the Cleveland guys, right? Like, I think what's his name?
Yeah, you got
Mustang Dane. He got a nice. What's his name? Where's Reggie out of?
Reggie's out of Virginia.
He out of VA.
Yeah,
So
Virginia.
so more East Coast, I think. Now we're not trying to make this like an East Coast West Coast thing, but what I'm saying is.
No, it's not. But like, I think I do think I remember seeing something about Cali versus the world.
Yeah, boosted catfish too. Yeah, you're right, Will.
Yeah. So, but not those guys. Listen, those guys are like very competitive. It would have been great to see that group of guys like kind of like swing on the West Coast. It would have been like seeing those guys would have brought up a lot more confidence. Like, I mean, dude, like me and Brett, we go out there, bro. Like, I mean, who do we have to race other than freaking Illis and whatever they got in their camp? You know what I'm saying? So, unless I bring my stock motorbike, but I'm not traveling 2,500 miles with a stock motorbike. Doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It's either you have enough or you don't. So that's the way I look at it. That's why when I either come correct or I don't come at all. But but like I think like Reggie, he's got a bike that's very competitive. That could have been great in that freaking NA class.
Mm-hmm.
Mustang Dane. Then you got like we can't forget was it Chicago Dave?
Shout out to
NWP.
Yeah.
NWP.
Dave got some shit.
Yeah, he's got a and he travels too. That guy, he does. He's been to Florida like quite a few times. He goes anywhere, but like I don't know what was going on this time. But like I encourage anybody, if you haven't been to Vegas for like, I mean, entertainment. Entertainment is great, but like the race scene is it's amazing, man. It's unbelievable. Like to be out there for like 8 hours, 10 hours, and not have to worry about. I mean, not saying you're not worried about it, but like dude, we were out there from Tuesday to like Sunday, not a single cop. If you think about
not
it,
one.
like,
they was at the gas station, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah,
they were.
It's all about being.
They were there, like
literally.
It's not like they don't. From my understanding, bro, like I mean, let's be real. We gotta be realistic here. It's not like I'm pretty sure they know we're out there. Ain't no way in hell they can't like look, listen, bro. Like the highway, there's a highway. Like I mean, obviously the whatever highway that is
right beside the spot,
right
bro.
there. So if I was a state trooper and I'm driving by and I see all these freaking tents in the middle of nowhere, I'm like, yo, let me go check that out. You know why?
Let me be the hero. Because G and Adrian got them boys on payroll, bro. I don't know what they got going, but somebody's being paid. There's no way.
Them boys is with binoculars somewhere. Like, I got the black bike.
Yeah, they betting on races or something, man. That shit's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like just to be out there for like freaking 8 hours, bro, and nothing happens. I think it's probably one of the best spots now in the U.S. that we can actually go and enjoy.
100%.
I'm not saying it's gonna be peaches and cream every single time. I hate the fact that it's freaking so fucking far from me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I don't know anybody else that would travel. I feel like other than me and Ernie, Super H2 and like fucking Manny, we're like I think we're coming from the furthest point. I think because
it's where I'm from, it's about the same distance, Will.
Yeah, it's a total of 2,700 miles. Like,
wow.
Bro, like, yeah, it's a lot of freaking driving, bro. Like, and thankfully for Super H2, shout out to Super H2. I don't know how he does it, bro. But listen, man, that guy can drive. Like, bro, when I tell you, like, listen. So I'm in the passenger seat, and it's like daytime, and I fall asleep. 2 hours later, I wake up. Daytime. 2 hours later, I wake up. Daytime. He's still driving. Nighttime hit. 3 o'clock in the morning. I look over. He's still driving. I'm like, bro, like this freaking guy, bro. Oh my, bro. And then we get out there, bro. On the first day of testing, something happened to the bike, and I'm like, fuck, man. This man done drove way out here, bro. Just not, and then he couldn't even make a pass, bro. And then it struck. Like it just to show like you can do all this and that, and you get out there and one thing go wrong and that's it. But I can tell you one thing though, man.
Yep.
Although he wasn't able to race his bike, bro, he made a trip out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Vegas is Vegas at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And he just like me, like last year, I didn't really get any races really. Other than the shootout, and I ended up hurting the motor. But like, dude, I went to the Grand Canyon. Never been to the Grand Canyon. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. I got to do stuff that I can't do on the east, on the East Coast. So that was like if you're not gonna come for the races, just go to Vegas and just enjoy the scenery. You know what I'm saying? Unless,
Envy.
Yo,
I got a question for you. You got a spare room over there, my boy?
No, it's already taken.
He said it's already taken.
Adrian, you got a spare room, my boy?
For a little price.
Nothing for free. I already know you about the money. Holla at me, bro. I'll be there months early. I'm coming for that asset.
He got a bunk bed. I got the top floor.
Hey, I think, man. I think the most impressive at this event was Adrian. I heard at the finish line, bro, losing his shit at the finish line.
Bro, I was mad as fuck, bro.
He was so mad, man. I was just like, damn. I had it all on camera, so I thought, but I guess not.
It was getting dangerous. That's why he wasn't letting me know and shit. It was getting bad.
Crazy, man. It was crazy. Somebody Ernie's bike. And you remember that? Were you up there, Adrian?
You're breaking up. You're breaking up, brother.
Okay, somebody said it. Yeah, what the fuck?
It's hating on me, man, probably. But what I was asking Adrian was, so what happened was Ernie, I think he had somebody ride the skate.
Man.
You got
Hey, listen. Hey, it's like one of those Netflix accounts.
Listen, I don't know. See, this is that bullshit with Reed, right? Reed don't want to spend no money. Reed don't want to spend no money on his fucking equipment. But God forbid a leaf come out with a new fucking tail section or something for one of his fucking.
He's buying it.
Yo, Cartel, you gotta tell your boy he can't be stealing Wi-Fi from McDonald's, man. He gotta get his own shit.
Whatever, Reed, I never seen some shit like this in my life, man. I'm like, yo, Reed, you know what I'm saying? You could stay over here, stay where I'm at. Nah, man, fuck that. Fuck that. But these carbon wheels are coming out. I already got them on order. They come on the list. Come on, fam.
Hey, there's too many people on the Wi-Fi, but I think his wife just logged in.
That is that Netflix shit, you know what I'm saying? My man Reed got kicked out, yo.
All right.
Reed, like, what's good,
I'm sorry.
What's good, my boy? I was just telling them how this is that bullshit. See, you don't want to spend money on your equipment. You know what I'm saying? But God forbid some new fucking elite shit comes out. You already got it on pre-order.
Bro, man. Oh, look at the comments, man. I got in as fast as I could. Never mind what I was about to say. I'm mad about it. Never mind.
Oh, man.
Yo, can we do a little controversy type thing and talk about what exactly is classified as a stock motor and have the people in the comments give their opinions. Because this is a running thing.
Yeah.
It's a running thing because people actually think they have different opinions about what that means. So what do y'all think it means? Like if you got a stock motor class, what exactly is considered stock motor to run in that class?
Unopened motor. That shit, it's the original head gasket type shit, bro. Like it's an unopened motor. I think that's the simplest way to put it. Because like Will said, bro, there is no one on this green earth, bro, that is gonna fuck their motor up and put it all the way back to stock.
Yep.
Who the fuck is gonna do that, bro?
But what if I blow my motor?
That 1%, Rami. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, it does, like, bro,
Texas stock.
You gotta say, listen. You have to say that 0.1%. I can't say that 1%. So it has to be 99.9%. And then that 0.1% is Rami. Like, cause at the end of the day, bro, ain't no way in hell that I'm gonna blow my motor or spin a rod bearing and put the shit back to factory spec and expect to run the same. I'm not doing it. You know, if I have the head off, I'm getting the head decked out.
Yep, Brett, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, but I'm gonna say this. So if you spin a rod bearing or whatever, metal piston or whatever, because you got 50 degrees of timing in your bike, if you take your bike to the dealership and the dealership puts your motor back together, is that still stock?
Yes.
I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say yes in that case.
Yeah.
Not in the
Is
garage.
not shaving your head. The dealership is not shaving that freaking head. 15.
They wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hold on. Maybe
who's
maybe
gonna pay dealer prices though?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe my bike broke, and I want to take it. I'm gonna take my bike to Adrian.
If you got a stock motor, you should still have a warranty on your bike if it's a 2020 whatever, right?
True.
Yeah,
because I can take my shit to the dealership and get a warranty easily.
I'd look at your bike and be like, nah, bro.
Hey, law says as long as I don't do anything that directly impacts the motor itself, that motor still has a warranty.
Let me check
the
law.
Yeah, but Kenneth, a lot of us don't have the money to have nice bikes like you. So what if I got an older bike?
Then you shouldn't be in the top. If you listen,
exactly.
If your motor's been tampered with, meaning like if you knew you've been inside that motor and that head gasket or the freaking head's been shaved, or you got high compression pistons in there with a freaking stock head, I don't give a crap. Do not jump in the class because it's unfair. It's unfair for the guys that's trying to compete. You know, like truthful. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair. Like, I mean, I understand everybody wants the edge. You want to have the edge over your opponent, but like, don't do that. Don't do that. It ain't right.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I'm with you.
Is that something that's a problem?
Now, if I'm wrong about what I said, listen, if I said anything wrong, if you guys don't agree,
I got something for you, Envy. I got something for you.
All right, what's up, Will?
No, I'm saying if I said anything wrong based on what happened on Saturday, then let me know. If somebody else feels different about what I said as far as motor being tampered with, and then that bike should not have been in that class, then let me know. I'm willing to hear different opinions.
Nah,
but
I don't think.
If no one else is agreeing with it, obviously, I have to be correct. You know?
Yeah.
You know
the only people not agreeing with you or what happened is their count. Yeah, everybody else, 100% agreed.
Yeah, but at what distance is your own friend gonna tell you, yo, you know, you kind of screw up on that one, bro. They kind of got you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is your boy a true friend? If he comes over, it's like, yo, you know, they got us, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, We can't jump in the class next time around, bro. This time we got.
Bro, that ain't no real friend. Real friend gonna be right there with you with the bullshit.
100%, boy.
Okay. So
yeah, but I'm saying though, like at least like listen, like so my boy, right? Like if I'm your true friend, bro, yeah, I'll argue with you. I'll argue with people to the end to back you up. But I'm gonna put you to the side, like yo, bro.
Oh yeah.
Hey, when we get in the car on the way home, like yo, dog, they got our ass, bro. like, you know what I'm saying? I wonder if they actually had that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like on the way home, like they, like yo, like Ellis probably like yo, bro, they got our ass, but we gonna keep pushing it, all right? We gonna keep pushing it. Like,
okay, look,
so
let's end all debates right here. Can y'all read that or no?
No, what it say?
Okay, I'm gonna read it. This is the post that was made by the 702 Racing page. All right. All 20 plus votes for 1K stock motor class. Those of you picking stock motor class, if you are caught lying, you will not get paid out and will not be invited to the next event. Do not be a cheater or IG clout chaser. If suspicion you are built, you will not be able to join.
Oh, I saw that.
Winner shootout could be asked to remove tank, airbox, throttle bodies to prove motor is stock before receiving the pot. Stock motor, stock head, stock cam, stock head gasket, stock pistons, stock rods, stock crank. No nitro mix, no nitro of any kind, no M5, M1, methanol, or any type of M fuel.
Hey, I gotta call you. I gotta call you on something. You said no nitro of any kind, but C85 has nitro in it, which is what they were running, and a lot of people was running C85. Okay. Like me personally, I don't care that they was running C85. That doesn't matter to me. But just so you know, for future reference, C85 has nitro in it.
Okay, no.
You know what? For future references, I feel like if you can take your transmission out of your bike and modify it, I should be able to touch my head.
Jeez. That is the same.
It's like sprockets. It's the same thing as sprockets.
It's not fair, bro. If you touch your
no power.
Hey, y'all out here touching our transmission, right?
You're not getting no power from the transmission.
There's no power. There's no power gain.
You do not need a new tune after getting your transmission done.
Mm-hmm. I could put a full polished cut transmission and not need any changes. Nothing.
Hey, you know what? But what if I got a transmission from a Y2K or something? All I'm saying is you touch the transmission.
You know what?
Yeah, you shake.
That's why next year it's all motor.
Pump gas probably no more.
It's all motor next year.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they can't run pump gas no more. They got to run C85. Because it's a high compression motor.
Okay.
Hey, tell them to go to the gas station and put 87 in it.
Do it.
So if I have to take my motor apart to get to my transmission, is that a problem? I mean, it's a monoblock.
Which case?
It's a monoblock motor, though. Y'all do transmission work for y'all cassette stuff. I can't do that. So if I
that
take
sounds
my
like
block
a you
apart
problem.
to get to my transmission,
Exactly. Thank you, Cartel.
That sounds like a you problem.
Don't
Thank
make
you.
your problems my
no,
problem.
man, y'all see y'all, no, bro, y'all have bullshit, yo.
Maybe you should have bought a better platform to work with.
You need to call Suzuki, like yo, for like a Gen 4, because Gen 3 didn't have it. So Gen 4 booster, whenever you guys come out with something, we need a cassette training, okay?
Mm-hmm. Call the engineers.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy. So I gotta buy a specific bike to be able to modify my transmission without.
I'm in the same boat with you on the S1K. I gotta split my whole motor.
Yeah. It is what it is, Reed. It is what it is. You want to get all technical, right?
No.
Ain't nobody tell you to buy that
space.
Ain't nobody tell you to buy that bike.
I'm just saying, like, based upon what y'all are saying, it's like a lot of guys they can go into their motors per se just to hit their transmission. You know what I mean? So I think that should be equal. I know it's not the same thing, but
you're getting power.
Devil's advocate, I can see the argument.
You don't even believe the bullshit you're saying right now, bro.
Yeah, because nobody's telling you can't go through your motor and do your transmission. It's just you got to go through your whole motor to do your transmission. That's your fault. Do that shit. And that's how you feel it and then do it.
So, another one. if there's a stock motor class and you know that head gasket's been off, don't put your bike in there.
Yeah, bro. I know a lot of people that were there that didn't enter because of that. So,
but see, and shout out to them, Cartel, because they knew they weren't stock and they didn't even attempt it.
yeah,
Those dudes I respect for doing that, and those are the dudes that nobody really talks about because they was like, we're just gonna sit on the side. Whereas you got these other clowns that are like, oh, let me just sneak in and try to like steal the pot or do whatever with my motor that's not stock. Like, why do that? You're spoiling everything for everybody else going forward, because now we're sitting here talking about not having another stock motor class because y'all cheated the class, and we have no way of actually verifying outside of your dumb ass putting copper coat on your fucking head gasket that work was done. Like, now everybody gets punished because of one person, but it should be like Adrian said, you cheat, you suspected of cheating, or you caught or whatever, you shouldn't be fucking invited back to the event.
Yeah.
But we can't stop you from showing up. But I can promise you, if you show up, you ain't getting no fucking races. I can guarantee you ain't getting no races.
Yeah, but
who is Fluke R1?
Fluke?
Yeah, he's saying something about.
Oh, that's that built motor R1. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's being funny. Oh, okay. Because I was like, okay.
Yo, Reap, do you have anything else?
R1 was fast though,
wrap
man.
it up, brother?
Was fucking fast, dude.
Yeah, that R1 is fast though. Don't get
fucking...
it twisted. That shit is fast.
Nah, that R9, yeah, that shit was fast, bro.
Oh, that's the one that said R9.
R9,
oh, okay.
Yeah. That shit was working, bro. Shout out to you. That shit was working.
I have not seen many fast R1s, but I think that's probably one of the faster ones I've seen.
And it was a stock wheelbase too.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was moving for sure.
Yo, Reap, you got anything else for the boys, bro, or you ready to go?
Yeah. I think we can turn it over to the chat if they have any questions for Adrian or Envied or Will. I'll use this as an opportunity because I said I was going to do it. For all of you booster lovers out there, Envied is already tracking, but and Cartel. But Motor Fix is, y'all got the tanks and all of that stuff, but they're working on some booster fairings, some race booster fairings. So hopefully in the next week or so, depending upon when I get them, I'll be one of the first to have them and then test the fitment and all of that other stuff. So look forward to that because I'm building a Jigsaw killer. And I already told Will, and I'm tired of him. Okay, I'm already on it.
Like that?
Yeah. I don't like the way he did it. I want my 15 bikes in a hit, and I want him to start in fifth gear. And that's it. So I just want to let it be known.
His 15 bikes in the hit.
And he got to start in fifth gear.
Every time Brett or Will Samedi made a pass, bro, Reap's face, it was like a look of sheer disgust, bro. It's pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
Brett said call them first.
Oh shit.
Hey.
No.
Yeah, you see, I'm gonna hold you to that, Reap. Like he's running. Hold on, let me three-way Samedi and Brett.
No,
yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So
you better stop digging holes, bro.
Yeah. You better
hey,
be
Brett,
a big shovel.
hey, I'll hit you up later, Brett. I got something to talk to you about offline. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's my threat for the night. That's my threat for the night. I'm done.
Hey, you know, it's something that I gotta say, like, and then I'm done with it, you know, like before I left Vegas, right? I walked over to freaking Illis, and I said, hey man, I know how you guys like to go on social media and start talking shit. I said, but I'm not driving 2,500 miles to come argue with your ass. If you got something to say it now. Dude, we came to a gentleman agreement. Like, yo, now you good? He told me, he said it to me. Like, yo, he's like, I just don't have enough for your bike. That's why I couldn't give you a second run. And I get that. I was like, okay. I was like, I respect that. Now, you go online, as soon as I left, he goes online and starts running his mouth. I usually don't go this hard and go out of my way to make people look stupid. And this time I did. I had to, bro. Like I usually don't do that because it's not something that I do. But I told him, I was like, bro, if you got something to say it here. Say it now. Now that I'm here, don't wait till I get home. Or freaking like halfway home for you to start running your mouth. Bro, as soon as I got on the road, I was like, yo, I got 40 hours. 40 hours. I got all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's one of those things. It's one of those things. I'm like, bro, like, you know, it didn't have to go this far. It didn't have to go to where like we're like freaking tagging each other at, you know, with some bullshit. Because it doesn't make sense. If you felt like your bike was fast enough, or if you were catching me on the big end, then you should have ran it back. That's it. It's plain and simple. Because I gave him the option. I was like, yo, you can run it back. If you feel like you have enough, then run it back. He didn't take it. This was on Thursday. So we had Friday, Saturday, and then he's like, no. He's like, I don't have enough, bro. He clearly told me that he didn't have enough for my bike. And as soon as I left, there was a bunch of nonsense online. And then calling me a cheater, this and that. I'm like, bro, if he had that much to say, you should have just said it when I was there. At that point, we could have gotten it all taken care of. And that way we didn't have to jump online and, you know, and start doing all this nonsense. You know, I'm done. You know, I'm done with that, bro. But I'm one of those guys, bro. Like, if you get me to a point, I'm just gonna let you have it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just.
You know what, Will? He did the same thing with Ernie, though, because remember, I spoke to him and I told him, yo, run it back. We'll double up with Brett on the bike. They wasn't trying to have it with Ernie's bike either.
Nah. Because, listen, it's one of those things, like, I think he knew. I think with Ernie, I don't know what the fuck happened with that race. Like, you know, like, I lost, like, I think I lost, like, $1,000 in that race, you know, and, or something like that. I'm not sure. But, it's one of those things. I'm like, man, like, yeah, you won one and you lost one. But at the end of the day, you kind of knew who to pick on because you knew better. You know, knowing what you just as a racer, if I'm running you and you get out on me, right? And say you get out on me 3-4 bikes, and I feel like my bike, I click third or fourth, and the bike starts to work, and I feel like I'm gaining on you like really hard, but you cross the line before I do. At that point, I think I have a chance of beating you. I think in his case, he knew he couldn't catch me, but he still went on by saying, "Oh, I cheated. He wants to rematch." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Yo, dude, I gave you a chance, bro. If you wanted to run it back, I would have gladly give you a run back." Because I'm not that type of guy. I even told him, I was like, "Bro, I'll pace your run," meaning like, you go, I go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, take that run for 10K. You go, I go. He didn't take that. So what else do you want? What else do you want me to give you? Don't go online and say, "Oh, committee this," and I'm like, no, bro. I would gladly give you your lane, your pace, your roll, your mile per hour, whatever you want. And I told him that. He said no. You know, he's like, yo, I just don't have enough for your bike. I'm like, okay, I'll take that. I respect that more. I respect it. Like J-Pop, for example, right? Not to put him on blast. He's my boy. I think he's cool. You know, like we were supposed to run for a few bucks. And towards the end of the weekend, after he ran Chase a couple of times, and you know, obviously it didn't end too good for him. And he came over to me, like, yo, you know, respectfully, like, I just don't have enough for your bike. Dude, I shook that man hand. I was like, yo, I'll see you next time, bro. That's how it's supposed to be. It is what it like that's how it's supposed to be. At the end of the day, like, respect what you know, you like, bro, if you respect somebody, then you're gonna get respect back. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You're not gonna see me online talking shit about J-Pop because I don't have nothing to say. Everything that I've said about all of them is all facts. I'm not making nothing up. It's no. I'm not going around the bush trying to lie about some bullshit. Everything I've said is all real, bro. It's like it's what it is.
Stays on YouTube.
Yo, Papi Jigsaw, the video stays on YouTube. It'll be on both. Yo, the video will be on mine and Reef's YouTube channel. So it stays on there, brother.
Answer him in the chat.
You know what I'm saying? But yo, bro, we appreciate all you guys for coming on, man. You know, once again, hats off to you guys, 702, for hosting an amazing event. You know what I mean? We'll definitely be there next year, 1,000. You know what I'm saying? %.
I don't know about
Envied.
we. I don't know about we.
He said, I don't know about we.
I'll try.
I will be there for sure.
I'll try.
He gotta upgrade his Wi-Fi, man. That Vegas trip is on the back end.
Yo, he looks so fuzzy over there, bro.
Man, this is his YouTube.
The man with 15 bikes has the shittiest quality on his YouTube.
Man, this is his
How that
YouTube
work?
live. How does he have the worst connection?
I don't know how to. It's all of y'all. Y'all taking up my data. I don't know. But guess what? I appreciate y'all coming on. Okay, and that's it for me. I'm good.
Yo, Envied, Samedi, thank y'all for coming on. Adrian, Poppy, Jigsaw, and G, we appreciate y'all, man. You know what I mean? We'll talk to
Yep.
y'all all soon.
All right.
Hell
peace.
yeah,
All
bro.
right,
Thanks
man.
for having us.
Yo,
All right.
Coming
Peace,
out.
y'all.
thanks for
Thanks
having
all
us,
for
brother.
watching.
See y'all at the next one.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Yep.
Later.
Peace.
Later, guys.
Later.